All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
What's going on, ASAP family? Thank everybody for tuning in and watching this another episode of Red Kingdom. I'm your host, Greg, with my co-host, RJ is with me as well for another great episode. Just wanted to start it off on a little bit of a sad note, but we wanted to give our condolences to the Haskins family. Those that don't know or have not heard, Dwayne Haskins died. He was hit by a car, and he ended up dying, and he was only 24. So condolences to his family. I know he had a daughter as well that was, I believe she's 4. So just a sad day all around as far as that. And we are definitely praying for the family because it's a difficult time as of right now. So our prayers are with them. From the Red Kingdom family, ASAP, hey, we are here with you. So yes. May he rest in peace, definitely. So getting into the show now. So the Chiefs, this is a strange situation. So DK Metcalf first, when the rumor was out that, hey, the Chiefs are looking for somebody else for Patrick Mahomes to be able to throw to, and DK Metcalf's name was brought up, he wrote a tweet saying, hey, Kansas City's too cold, I don't want to be there.
Right.
And that kind of like, well, he said he didn't want to be there. But the rumor keeps going. So RJ, let me ask you this. So if the Chiefs offer Seattle their 2 first-round picks, which is the 29th and the 30th pick, would that be enough? Would Seattle just be like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and give the Chiefs DK Metcalf. We're going to build through the draft anyway. So let's just go ahead and do that. Or would DK kind of shut it down like, hey, I done told you I was too cold, so I don't want to go. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think with DK, I think he has a bubbly personality. I think he's really playful. So I think it's a bit of sarcasm layered on everything that he says. But I think he'd be, of course, he'd be a great fit here. He's super explosive. Any team in the league would love to have him. Would 2 first-round picks be enough or too much? I would say 2 first-round picks would probably be not enough to get him right now because the market is so high for a player of his caliber. Super high. So I'm not sure if that'll be enough, but he would definitely fit in. Like, he'd definitely be a crazy weapon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's fast. People think because he's so buff, like, oh, he must be, a little bit slow. No, he's not. The stats for his past 3 years. So in 2019, he had 58 catches, 900 yards, 7 touchdowns. He had 13 catches that were over 20 yards. In 2020, which is his best year so far, 83 catches, 1,303 yards, and 10 touchdowns. He had 17 catches that season in 2020 that were over 20 yards. And
Definitely,
then,
definitely an overachiever.
yeah,
And
definitely.
another thing,
Yeah.
he's a speedster, and with that that physique he has, he's still standing at 6'2" and some change. So he's a whole load with the 4.3 with the 4.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he's a whole load.
He is. He is. And then in last season, he had 75 catches, 967 yards, and 12 touchdowns. And most of that was without Russell Wilson as his quarterback. So that tells you he can still put up numbers no matter who's back there. Yeah. So
About 30 touchdowns in 3
yeah,
seasons.
that's about 30. Yeah, about 30. Yeah.
Yeah,
In 3 seasons. Yeah.
he's a playmaker for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Playmaker. They used to call that instant offense,
Yep. It's instant
which
offense. And
is what we're trying to replace right now. But that seems like a dream. That'll be a dream come true if we land. I know we're trying to make two more big splashes, maybe one on defense, one on offense. But that would be nice though.
that would. He would fit perfectly. If that doesn't pan out, who else do you think the Chiefs would target? Would it be Julio Jones or a Tyler Lockett? Perhaps.
Yeah, it's let me see, it's yeah, Lockett has AJ Brown been signed?
I don't believe so. No.
What about the guy from Washington, the Terry McLaurin?
McLaurin. I didn't even know he was a free agent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
I was just trying to find some fits of some of the, because I know we need an edge too on defense.
Yeah.
Need an edge. Can always use another linebacker.
Always use a linebacker.
Speaking, we always talk about how the Chiefs are building up for a title run, like how it's always like championship or bust, right?
Yep.
Have you ever, another telltale sign of that, have you ever seen so many 1-year contracts? I've never seen the Chiefs sign so many players for 1 year. That almost tells you right now, like, okay, get in here early and often, and we already know the goal.
Yeah, definitely. They're focused on this year. They're definitely building for. We better win it this year. Is what it seemed like. So,
total business approach.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how it works, but it's a total business approach. Like, it's gonna be a total new locker room. Like, you know what I mean?
It is.
But I'm anxious to see it. Definitely.
I think if the Chiefs could get Julio Jones, I know some people may think he's lost a few steps and he didn't do much when he was with the Titans.
That makes him affordable.
That makes him affordable, yeah.
Yeah. All of that, yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely wouldn't have to pay as much for Julio as the Chiefs would to get DK, but
right.
I still feel like Julio Jones has a little left in the tank to work in this offense.
Mm-hmm.
I just believe when he was with the Titans, him and Tannehill did not gel for whatever reason. And that's why Tennessee ended up getting bounced in the second round. So that's That's just what that is. But I still think Julio Jones is good enough. He can fit in this Chiefs offense. He's a good route runner. So I think he would fit well.
I think he wants to win too.
And he definitely wants a ring. Yeah.
All around the league, the players know there's a few squads that have a quarterback head coach combo that is on pace for title or getting close every year. So I think Julio Jones he'd be on the first thing smoking up here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Julio would definitely fit in this offense. What's up, Freddie? Hello, Dave. Thanks for watching Red Kingdom. We appreciate it, sir.
So.
Frankie, yeah, it's always Chiefs Kingdom, but I wanted to call the show something different. But yeah, it's always Chiefs Kingdom for sure. So defensively, the Chiefs got Taylor Stallworth, defensive tackle, played for the Colts the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Solid, I think. I think this is a solid pickup. What are your thoughts on that signing?
I think he's a good. Did they sign him as a backup?
He's supposed to be starting.
He's starting.
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
Let me see. He's a 1 technique. He's a 1 and 3 technique.
I think he's gonna be. Yeah, I think he's gonna be the inside.
Yeah, he'll be a good combo in the middle with Chris Jones.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
So yeah, this Starwest guy got some size on him, and he has a pretty good motor too.
Yep.
So, and I'm always for when they spend money up front. When you spend money up front, that allows your skill position guys to show what they really can do. When you pay those guys up front, got good size up front, good quickness up front on both sides of the ball. It's just, it's a lot more daylight for him to run to.
Right, exactly. And he had 3 sacks this past season. He had 10 solo tackles. So, he played all the games. So he never missed a game.
And sometimes, as far as the defensive line stats are concerned, or as far as the defensive line stats go, he had 3 sacks and 10 tackles.
Yeah,
some people might look at that and be like, 10 solo tackles, 3 sacks, not really productive. But if every play he's taking up a man and a half to block him, or if he's even holding down his gap, then that's a gap that the offense can't use, the running back can't use, quarterback can't use. So you can do a lot more that doesn't show up on the stat sheet as a defensive line. Just holding up the line or blocking a gap. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's a good player. The stats won't always show that with a D lineman, but I've seen him play. So I think he'd be a good accompaniment with Chris Jones right there in the middle, 1 and 3 seconds both sides.
And that's what the Chiefs need, is because a lot of times what would happen over the past couple of years is offensive lines, they would double Chris Jones. And when they would get 2 guys on him, the other defensive linemen are not filling that gap. So you take Chris Jones out of there, now it's a wide open, lane for the back to get through. We saw it in that Bengals playoff game, especially late in that game. And it was a couple other games where once they double team Chris Jones, they could run as much as they wanted to.
Yeah, see, because
And
the offense always wants to double team your biggest threat right up front because it allows your offensive lineman or fullback tight end to get to the second level and block the linebacker. And you want your linebackers to run free, move free, use the hand, and fly to the ball. So yeah, it's yeah, you're right about this.
yeah, so now with Stallworth, now you can't double Chris Jones.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's 1-on-1. And if whoever your inside guard is, if he can't hold Chris Jones, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah,
And so that was definitely a good pickup for the Chiefs, because now you have two good defensive tackles. Nick Bolton, who's had a great rookie season. He's going to be your best linebacker coming into this season.
mm-hmm.
He's going to be starting. So the pieces are there now. They're starting to form, and now all we need is that corner. Honey Badger is still a free agent.
Yeah, he's still out there. But
And I know Frank Clark was on Twitter saying, hey, come back for one more,
mhm.
and all that.
I
And
think I think he's past the age requirement that I think that the Chiefs are going to be one of the nobody's talking about it yet because it hasn't came to fruition. But the Chiefs are going to be one of the youngest teams in the league again, if not the youngest team.
yeah, definitely trending young. Yes,
I think with Honey Badgers, is he 31? 30, 31?
I believe he's 30. I'll double check here real quick.
And he's kind of undersized. But I mean, they could keep him like they kept what's the name around? The other safety they just let go.
Oh, Daniel Sorensen, yeah.
So I feel like an old mascot, keep him around a little bit. But
Yeah.
like you said, the Chiefs are done doing that now. They need all 53 spaces for for it all to come together. Like
Yeah. And he's 29. Well, he'll be 30 on May 13th. So yeah,
okay,
when the season starts, he'll be 30. Yeah.
yeah. See,
A lot of people think Tyrann Mathieu is trending downward. I still think he has 1 or 2 good years left.
he got IQ. His
Yeah, he
IQ,
got the IQ. Right.
IQ makes him his IQ makes him a great asset wherever he goes. I don't think he'll sit out all year. Like somebody
Yeah. Yeah.
grab him.
So he's still out there. Do you think if after the draft, if he's still not signed, will the Chiefs just go ahead and be like, hey, let's let bygones be bygones and go ahead and bring him back? Or is it just done?
I think it's water under the bridge, and I just think it's I just think it's water under the bridge. I don't think they'll go back to it because maybe a pride thing from the front office. It's like, we were right the first time.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to second guess themselves out in the open like that.
True. That's true.
But he does have an asset that he can bring to the team. But, before our defense had the overhaul and came along for the better, Matthews was out there.
Yeah.
He was out there.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Remember, like he's not a one man band either.
Right.
He's just a fan favorite, and he is a good player. He's a good leader. But I don't see the Chiefs front office going back on their original decision to let him go or to not resign.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. That's actually a great point. I'm sure the front office doesn't want to look like they're backtracking if they go ahead and sign Honey Badger back. I still think the Justin Reed signing is good. He's fast. He knows how to hit.
Yeah.
He said, "Whoever's in my space, I'm gonna knock him out," basically. And we we haven't had a safety like that in a very long time. So I think that sign is definitely going to work
Yeah.
with Justin Reed. And they need it, and they need some young people back there. I
Yeah.
feel like because the secondary gave up a lot of big plays last season.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of big plays, and it was a lot of people thinking they were supposed to be somewhere and they were supposed to be somewhere else. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Miscommunication. Lost a
um,
lot of 50-50 balls.
mhm.
You know.
So hopefully with the new lineup, we can have less of that.
Mm-hmm.
um,
I
what's
like a,
up?
I like, I like a young defense that's a fast defense that can fly to the ball. Because,
Exactly.
like we say, it's a pass happy league. Just get some speedsters out there, and I think he fits right in. He'll be a good anchor for a defense. The defense that we're building, he'll be a good anchor for it.
Definitely. Yes. Yes, you
Yeah.
will. What's up, Mike? Appreciate you for watching and sharing. Thank you so much. Now we look toward the draft. It's coming up here in the next couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs have the 29th and the 30th pick. Where should they focus on with those two? Are they focused on getting a corner? Should they focus on getting a pass rusher? What position should the
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs be focused on with that first round pick?
If they still have the 29th and 30th,
Mm-hmm.
I think they should an edge rusher, and I would say an edge rusher and a corner, because receivers are so deep in this draft. You could almost get a receiver on the second day, almost.
Yeah. Yeah,
But there's
true.
there's the guy out of Penn State, if he's still on the board, the defensive end, Arnold Ebiketie.
Ah, yes. That would be good.
He ended up at Temple that final year. But
Mhm.
yeah, if he's still on the board, him.
Okay.
uh,
I know
And then
Michigan's pass rusher too. I forget his name.
mhm,
It was number 55.
yeah,
He tore his ACL during the spring.
guys are coming back from those so easily now. Like
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I
knee,
feel like the Chiefs. I feel
knee
like
and
the Chiefs will
Achilles
still
used
get
to be
him.
scary. It's not scary no more.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I feel like if he's there, I mean, why not get him? I know it's a first round pick, and you got to pay him first round money, but
Yeah,
if you feel like you can get him in a later round, then great. But I would hate for them to pass him up, and then somebody gets him. So
right.
yeah,
I mean, these guys are coming out of college, junior year. They're like ready to play and contribute already. It's like most of these guys, you really don't have to groom them. Like just throw them out there in the preseason. Maybe have a older statesman or a mentor on the team. These guys come in like ready. They come in ready. That's why I said I would get a DN, like you say, a DN edge rusher with the 29th and 30th, or corner.
mm.
that has some like a press man coverage type of corner.
There's one corner that I like. I hope that the Chiefs get him. Kobe Bryant can cover. He played for Cincinnati when the Bearcats had their great season. They made the college football playoff. Kobe Bryant can cover.
That's what we need.
That he would fit in the type of defense that Spags likes to run. So if they can find a way to get him in here, we'll be good at corner for the next 5, 7, 10 years. David Ojabu, that's the name. The pass rusher from Michigan State. Yeah, David Ojabu. Yeah.
Yeah. He's highly sought after, but if he's still there, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I would. If I was the Chiefs, I would just go ahead and get him with the first round pick.
Would you move up for him, or would you move up for a receiver?
Receiver, yes. Ojabu, I would still wait. Yeah. I would wait, and if he's still there when we pick at 29, then go ahead and get him. I think because of the injury, a lot of teams are gonna kind of shy away from it. Yeah. From him, say, well, he's injured, and most teams will wait till that second round to get him.
Right.
But if I'm Brett Veach, if David Ojabo is still there when I'm picking at 29, I'll just go ahead and get him.
Yeah, and let the medical staff take care of the rest. I'm sure they'll bring him in, give him 3-4 physicals, make sure he's ready to go.
Yeah. And by September or October, he should be ready.
Yeah.
I know, with the ACL, people are coming back faster from that. It used to be a whole year you had to sit out.
Yeah.
When it came to those, so I would have said Aiden Hutchinson as well, but he's gonna be gone. Yeah. Aiden Hutchinson gonna be gone way before the Chiefs can be able to get a chance. He'll probably go to the Lions or something. So, but pass rushers are there for the Chiefs. Corners are there.
Do we still have those? Do we still have 2 second-round picks as well?
I believe so.
I know that I have 50 and 62.
I just had it. I don't know what I did. Let me double check that real quick.
The draft was two first rounds, 2 second rounds. My numbers may be off though. A pair of third round, a pair of fourth round, and 4 fifth round.
Yeah, they got the 2 second rounders, so the 50th in the second round and the 62nd.
Those are very, very good athletes available right there too.
Yeah. So if they wanted to wait, if they think a pass rusher or a corner is still going to be there at 50, then they can go in a different way with the first round picks. I'm not sure because I feel like the Chiefs got their backs. It's gonna be Clyde. It's gonna be Rojo.
Yeah.
So you got your safeties. All you're really needing is a pass rusher and a corner. I mean, I know it's still 7 rounds. You're gonna pick other, You know,
But you got to score. You got to definitely score at those positions.
yeah. Whoever is your first round pick has to be starting. Yeah, has to be starting. So I think a Jumbo at 29. That's not a bad pick.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you did Kobe Bryant at 29th or 30th. I think the games I've seen of him, he played good. Whoever he was on, they didn't really, have a big day. So I know he played at, Cincinnati, and okay, they don't play the all-world teams, but still, he was playing Division One. He was holding Division One guys to
Week in and week out.
Yeah. So I feel like I wouldn't be mad if the Chiefs got him with one of the first round picks.
Yeah.
So looking at the way the division is now, I don't believe nobody else has made any moves now for the past few weeks.
Yeah, nothing major at least.
Nothing major. Should, because they're not, we all know the Chiefs aren't going to be the betting favorite. It's either going to be the Raiders or they're going to pick the Chargers or somebody like that.
Right.
As it stands right now, I still feel like with the roster the Chiefs have, they can still win the AFC West.
Yeah.
It's gonna be harder, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to earn it. It's gonna be they're gonna make it to the finish line a little more banged up and bruised.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not gonna be as easy as maybe previous ones.
But see, a lot of things that a lot of people aren't taking into consideration about the AFC West is that all of these teams are gunning for the Chiefs, true, but all of those teams also are gonna beat up on each other.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be a tough go in the AFC West. But that's the kind of football we want as fans.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The kind of football they want to play as as athletes too.
Yeah.
They want to play against the best to bring out the best in themselves. So I still think we number one until until somebody knock us down from there. Like we beat everybody in the AFC West pretty handsomely. Year in and year out. So
Yeah, and the reason why you look at the teams. Denver, yes, they got Russell Wilson, but we'll see how it goes with the coach that they have now. The Chargers head coach, he doesn't know when to kick a field goal and when to punt. so I'm not worried about him. Oakland, some people believe in Derek Carr. I'm one of the ones that don't. So it's like, okay, well, everybody has the talent. Raiders have the talent, Broncos have the talent, Chargers have the talent.
Right.
The difference I think that's going to be in this season coming up is our team has been there and done that. Experience is going to be the difference this go around. Patrick Mahomes, been there, done it. Andy Reid, been there, done it. Travis Kelce. So even though some of the players have changed, once you're in a winning culture, even you start making plays or doing things that you haven't normally done. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw it for 20 years with the Patriots, where the Patriots took average players. And everybody's like, well, he's average or he's washed up or he ain't going to do nothing. And then they get there and, it works out.
Yep.
And now the Chiefs is becoming the same way. So, man, this season is going to be awesome. I'm ready for the schedule to come out.
That's when is that?
It's either later this month or the beginning of May. They usually do it, so it's coming up here soon. Yeah,
I think it's in May.
yeah. So I need, when we play the Bengals, I need that to be a prime time game.
Oh yeah.
I need that.
We're gonna have at least a Thursday. Let me see, a Thursday, a couple of Mondays,
Yeah,
a Sunday night. They're gonna have to squeeze Kansas City in. They've really been disrespecting Kansas City for a long time. We never get the national clout that we're
right.
supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? It's always the other teams are losing the game. It's never the Chiefs are earning the win.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think we're gonna get a lot of nationally televised games this year because they think the Chiefs are gonna lose. That's why they're gonna get the nationally televised game.
The national games to make us look bad.
Yeah, we'll have at least 4 nationally televised games, if not 5. And another thing is Patrick Mahomes is so underrated as a leader.
Mhm.
Like, did you see him and the fellas in Texas playing the 7-on-7? He had
Yeah, I saw it.
yeah,
Yeah, him and Juju were
Juju,
running around. Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Yeah,
Yep.
they were out there. That's a great sign right there because they don't have to do that. That's a great sign that they were able to get on the jack, get on the plane, meet at the destination, and just we don't even know how many reps they probably did. Probably hundreds.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
hundreds of reps.
And you're seeing a lot of teams do that now.
Mhm.
Mac Jones, quarterback for the Patriots, he was working out with his guys down in Tampa, of all places, which was kind of weird. Being the same kind of area as Tom Brady, but yeah, you're seeing it now where during the offseason, quarterbacks will run routes, with their guys and
Yeah.
still get that workout in and get that chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the offseason.
That stuff builds muscle memory. Getting those reps up builds muscle memory that you'll need in the off season. When it's late in the fourth and you're tired or you're in overtime and you're tired, your legs is tired, your body's starting to shut down, your mind's starting to get tired. Those muscle memory from, last spring, that's what you lean on.
That's
And
what
I,
you mean.
I remember my father told me Johnny Unitas and I think it was maybe Bart Starr, but I know Johnny Unitas for sure. They didn't have any lights at the stadium, of course, so the coaches and players were lining their cars up after dark, turn the headlights on, and they would run their routes like that. Well, then after a while, people would go home because back in the day, football players some of them had regular jobs as well, but they'd have to go home with their families, go get ready for work, and it'd dwindle down, just be maybe 1 or 2 cars or just pitch black. And Johnny U and his famed few receivers, tight end, they stay out there and catch balls in the dark just off muscle memory and counting steps. So when I think of Patrick Mahomes, what he's doing now, I know he knows that because he's a student of the game. So I know he knows that. So that's a good sign.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
He's a great leader.
That's awesome. I never knew that
Mm-hmm.
that they did that back then.
Yeah,
That's
just counting steps on the route tree, and he fired in there. Yeah,
that's awesome. Back then, you had to, they didn't have all
had
the
to improvise.
lights and all that, so they had to, find a way. So yeah, that's awesome. That's good. I wanted to run through before we sign off. I'm gonna run through the Chiefs' schedule really quickly. This is the regular season. Of course, we don't know the times and the days and all that, but we know who the opponents are. So first on the road, they play at Houston,
When
at Indy, at Denver, at the Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals, at Vegas, of course, and at Chargers, and then at San Francisco, at Cincinnati, circle that one, and at Tampa. So they get to face Tom Brady again. Looking forward to that one. Oh yeah.
that strength of schedule has to be off of the charts.
They're playing. They're playing. I mean, the Colts didn't make the playoffs last year, but almost all these teams were over 500.
Yeah, and a lot of them got better in the offseason.
Yeah,
So that's the strength of schedule for Kansas City. Yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be good football.
It's gonna be good football. Yeah. So the home games are Denver, Chargers, Vegas, of course. Uh, uh, Jacksonville,
Mm.
the Tennessee Titans, the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams will come to Arrowhead. The Seattle Seahawks. That's gonna be a blowout. And the Buffalo Bills come to town again. So
And that was an instant classic. So there'll always be a rival.
it's definitely a rivalry with Buffalo. Yes. I feel like with Buffalo, how Buffalo fans feel about us, that's the same way Chiefs fans feel about the Bengals.
Yeah,
Where it's like, yeah, y'all shouldn't have won, but y'all found a way to. And so Buffalo is it is a rival until they beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. It's not gonna. I'm not.
they're just up and coming
Yeah,
still.
I don't.
They're still up and coming ranks.
Yeah, I don't have a dislike for Buffalo like I do with the Bengals.
Yeah.
The Bengals have is a dislike,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like we should have won both times against them, and so that's where that is. But um, it's a hard schedule. Uh, we'll see which games are the prime times, and
They're definitely gonna be battle tested.
yeah.
Come, yeah, they're gonna definitely be battle tested come
Woo.
time.
Yeah, buddy. As we get closer to the start of the season, we'll of course have our picks on which games we think that they're going to win and which ones we think are going to be losses.
Right.
It's going to be hard to pick wins and losses on this one
Mm-hmm.
because
Everybody got a little bit better.
everybody got better. So it's like the only gimmies I see on here as of right now would be Houston and Jacksonville.
Seattle.
And Seattle. Like that's it. Like the other 14 games, I I'm sure I'm gonna get some of them wrong. Because I'm gonna have some losses as wins or some wins as losses. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see all these new guys get in action. I can't wait to see them out there. It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
so many new players.
Yeah, we're gonna have to learn different names.
Yeah,
Different, different nicknames and all that. And
that's why I'm glad some of them are out there getting some reps in right now. That's why that's a championship mentality. If you ask me,
oh yeah,
championship mentality.
it shows that you want to win. And the Chiefs needed that. They needed guys that are hungry to win that chip.
Yeah,
Because I feel like, especially at the beginning of last season when everything was looking really bad, it felt like the team was okay with what they did the past 2 years.
mm,
So yeah, we got a ring, we got to another one, so we could take this year off. Nobody would really care that much, and it's and it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You got to keep once you're up here, there is no more. Oh, we can be average.
yeah, the mediocrity. Yeah,
Yeah, we
mediocrity.
can have a 8-8 season, and I'm like, no.
Yeah,
So,
because everybody in the league is gunning for you.
yep, you are the hunted. In the AFC, the Chiefs are the hunted. Um, in the NFC, the Rams are going to be the hunted now, as far as the NFC goes. So, it's definitely.
Hopefully, the Rams will leave Odell out to dry so we can pick him up too. have
Yeah, there we go. Hey.
have him ready for the stretch coming down the stretch.
Hey, Odell, we got the best barbecue now.
Right.
You like some barbecue? We got that. Okay, we got some.
He's still a
It's
free
some.
agent. He
Yeah,
might as well think about it again. I know he's thinking about it before. He might as well
yeah,
rethink it.
yeah. I know it's not, LA. The weather's not as warm, during the winter time here, but it's.
Come get you come get you one of them 1 year deals.
Yeah,
Them
just
1
for
year
1 year.
deals. He passing out the 1 year deals.
Yeah, just do it 1 year, definitely. The club scene isn't as good either here, but hey.
keep him out of trouble. He just had a baby. That'll keep him out of trouble.
Oh, okay, there it goes. So yeah, he doesn't need to do none of that then. He's good. Is there anything else you wanted to add, RJ, before we sign off here?
I hope when this lease is up in the next several years, I hope they definitely opt to build a new stadium in Kansas City, right where it's at, maybe where Kaufman is at, right now.
Yes.
New stadium, maybe.
I forgot. Thank you for bringing that up. Because I wanted to say
I know
something.
if they move it to Kansas, I already know where they'll put it at, over by the raceway and
Yeah, over by the Legends. Yeah,
yeah.
And nobody wants to drive that far.
Right.
Kansas City, the Chiefs need to stay in Missouri.
Yeah, Truman Sports Complex.
Missouri.
Just rebuild it. Just start rebuilding it.
Not Kansas.
Right.
Chiefs should never play in Kansas. And I have my own reasons for disliking the state of Kansas. We're not going to get into that right now.
All right.
Because everybody that doesn't, live here, they're not going to get it. So I'll just save that, but they need to stay in KCMO for sure.
And with that 50-year-old sports complex, something's gonna have to change in the next few years. So hopefully they'll opt to keep them right here in Kansas City, 816 side where they reside.
Yeah. Well, they got 10 more years on the lease, so they technically they can't move to like 2032 if they wanted to. So they just redid they redid the Arrowhead.
Yeah,
it looks beautiful. There's nothing wrong with it.
10 years is enough time to start building a new state of the art. State of the art stadium.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I would do.
And you know what? I don't think the fans would mind putting some money in that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 10 years ago, everybody would have said no.
Right.
Because of how the Chiefs were playing at that time.
Winning seems to change things.
Yeah, when you're winning, people want to spend a little, I don't mind putting in a couple of dollars. We can do that. Yeah. To make sure they stay on the 816 side, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's where they belong.
Dave, I will get with you after the show, sir. We'll see. We'll definitely try to make that happen. Well, that'll do it for us. Maybe on another episode, I'll explain to everyone why I dislike the state of Kansas.
Right.
Well, it's not enough time to get into it today. So
I know it's a laundry list.
Yeah.
And before we get off here, I want to tell my daughter Zaria happy birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 3. So
all right, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Zaria, the big 3.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what's up. All right. Well, we thank y'all for watching this episode of Red Kingdom. We appreciate everybody watching, sharing, and commenting on the show. We will be back with you guys next Saturday. It'll be a little bit earlier because got some things to do that day, but we'll make sure to bring good content to you guys like we've been doing, and we appreciate you. And for RJ, I am Greg, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks for kicking it with us. All right.
All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces.